Built to Shred features stunts performed by professional athletes. Do not attempt any of these stunts, and if you're going to build anything, make sure it's under the supervision of an adult. Know your limits, wear your protective gear, and remember, safety first.
Built to Shred!
I'm Jeff King, and this is Built to Shred. I'm on my way to pick up the crew right now. They think I'm taking them out to the desert to build a mega ramp. But I have a little surprise for them. I'm taking them on a family vacation, all the way to Golfland. This is Golfland. There's 72 holes on 5.5 acres of pure shreddable goodness.
Jeff, hey, there's Jeff. I know that guy. Can't take this. Might hate this. Oh, come on. We're not gonna fit in here. There's a dog in here.
Just sit on his lap. Hit the AC up there.
Whoa, Jeff, nice threads. I like them. But where are we going today?
Well, you guys have worked so hard lately that I got a little surprise for you. We're going to Golfland. Let's get to golfing. Yeah, dude. Huh? No. Golfland's closed? We're going to Golfland! Not only are we going to Golfland, we're gonna take over Golfland. And not only are we gonna take over Golfland, we're gonna shred Golfland to the ground. This one's a hole-in-one. 4! It's in the hole! It's in the hole! Making this one-time family fun center into a shred park isn't gonna be all fun and games. We have a lot of ideas in mind, so we better get busy. Golfland has AstroTurf covering about 90% of the ground, but underneath that is perfect concrete. We don't want our crew of shredders to get restless when we work on our big builds here at Golfland, so we just cleared out this bank to bench area for them to session in the meantime. Come on, get it. Damn, little quick toes over there. Shucks. Here we have my little castle. What would be cool is actually be able to just storm the castle and actually be able to get like over the top of it. And so that guy is gonna be very difficult to get over. So what we're gonna have to do is build a really tall, super sketchy roll-in. And that's actually gonna be back at the back right there. Coming into our castle, set up like a step-up gap, like a mini mega ramp. That basically turns the rider into a life-size golf ball, shooting you onto the castle. And then we can drop in on another giant bank ramp and send us into Whiskey Creek. What's the plans?
Well, we're gonna put a little bank ramp up here, and then also put another landing ramp down on this side to create a hip for lots of moves, lots of tricks.
What would be kind of cool is to sheet the roof of the Whiskey Creek. Are you gonna be able to get on the roof at all? Is there a roof here?
The roof up there is kind of sketchy. We checked it out, but a couple pieces of plywood would definitely make it up to OSHA standards.
Well, it sounds like we got a pretty good idea of what we're doing. Let's go check in the rest of the spot. Our next mission is to figure out how to shred the mission. So what's your mission today?
The mission is to turn this mission into a fun box.
Going over the mission?
Going over the mission.
It feels like the best thing to do would be to build a trail out, put a jump ramp at the front, and try to grind across that top.
On a mission.
On a mission. All right, now it's time to break out the power tools. Speaking of power tools, we're bringing the cat in to make this Golfland shred a little more accessible. Well, that works a little faster than cutting.
No, no, no. edges!
It's time to clean this castle up. Look at that. Dude, I think we should get into remodeling houses, dude. We were skating this as a bench into a bank, but the runway is so bad that we're gonna do a little bit of modification. Cut it out, set it in, shredding will begin. That looks good, dude. The spot's gonna be perfect.
Let's go check in with Carter at the mission and see if he's got that thing converted. Or if maybe it's converted him.
Our mission at hand, sheet up the deck.
Sheeting the deck.
The mission is getting closer and closer. Just hope for the best.
Yep.
Make it happen.
The builds are just about ready, and we got a whole crew of shredders ready to improve their handicap.
This kind of thing makes me very nervous.
At least that's the plan. Welcome back. The Built to Shred crew has taken over Golfland, and we invited a few friends to come out and enjoy a day on the greens.
So the Autobahn team had to stop by for a little Golfland shredding. Not doing so bad. Hole in one. Dude, there it was, dude. Yep, the Autobahn team killed it. It's off to Vegas for them, but we're gonna stick around here and shred more Golfland.
Now let's go check in with my little castle's not-so-little roll-in.
We have our transition at the bottom of our roll-in, and what we're gonna do now is put the bank in. And it's just a little bit sketchy because we've got like this compound bank right here.
Which makes things really difficult for getting the cat up to our ramp.
And if you get on awkward, it gets so light, like it's just gonna like tip you over. Good. I'm about to fall through right there. Okay, can we dead man it from there? It still needs to go a lot higher, right? Yeah. I got an idea. Just let it chill for a second. I got a horrible idea. Ah! I'm just chilling. So that's dead man, super sketchy. Cool. This thing looks good.
I mean, it looks good. Hopefully we can make this thing secure enough to ride on.
Here we are, dude. You guys got something put together here.
Finally.
So now it's all set up. We can boost out of the step-up gap, and you sheeted the roof. Hopefully we can get lucky and get some kind of tricks off the roof today. You never know, dude. Whiskey Creek can be tough sometimes. Breaking in the Whiskey Creek Saloon, coming in over the volcano, up the step-up gap. Oh!
This is pretty much a fully shreddable paradise.
Ah, I saw a head hit. You took this rock off of there with your head.
All right. Damn it.
That's Jimmy Levan.
And what just happened is a perfect example of how dangerous this kind of fun can be.
Well, come here for just a second, Jimmy.
Looks like our medics can help Jimmy out and decide whether or not he needs to go to the ER. One of the cool things about working with BMX riders is that they see things that we have no idea are even possible. For example, Travis Kiso ripped the fence out right here and threw it in and made a perfect half pipe through the water. Now he's gonna click from the top all the way into it. This kind of thing makes me very nervous, dude. 12-foot gap, with about a 4-foot drop into a wrought iron fence that's bent like a half pipe. Travis Kiso, and this is built to shred. I know Gumby and Mayo have been working hard on the castle. Let's go see what's up. The rolling is actually looking pretty insane. Now that we have our rolling all set up, we have plenty of speed, but not enough to get over this turret. So we gotta lose this guy.
I think we're good.
It's Castle Megatron. It's a Cinderella story. I'm a Cinderella boy. Four.
Oh, he got all of that into the parking lot.
Now that we got our golf practice taken care of, we can start working on the castle. And I'm talking about Castle Megatron.
Castle Mongotron.
Mongotron, dude. Castle Mongotron is done.
Coming in hot,
Dyet,
baby.
breaking it in for the first try. Yeah! Oh my! The sketchiest thing about storming the castle is that after you make it over the thing, it shoots you down this giant bank into the golf course with boulders and cracks everywhere. Yeah! This thing looks awesome. I gotta give it a run. Built to shred! Stay tuned, because when we return, we're on a mission to take this Golfland putt-putt course to new levels with an all-star cast of AstroTurf rippers. A man on a mission, what? Hammered and screwed. I'm here with Keith Hufnagel. Keith Hufnagel is one of the most respected street skaters of all time. Today, we're lucky enough to have him to help us build our very own putter bench. These benches are all over Golfland, so I'm gonna cut one off and we can set it up ledge to bank style. We're gonna have to attach these 2x4s like that. So just give me a mark like that has to be perfect.
Yeah, I bet.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold the pieces and you're gonna screw them.
All right.
I think that's good.
You gotta flip it.
Yeah, dude. Huff on the build crew. Okay, so this is good. Now we got our little base set up.
Oh, man.
Yeah, dude, we want it snug. Can you give me a screw right into that guy? We're right there.
Who's gonna skate it?
You build it, you shred it.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Matt. Yeah, dude.
Now it's your turn.
Build it, shred it.
Drive it.
Oh, dude, that went over the fence. While everyone was skating, the crew was busy making the Golfland mission into our very own fun box heaven. Mission control, we have a slight issue on the mission. We ran the wrong kind of paint on the rail, so it's real sticky right now. So they're trying to peel it off, scrape it off with the skateboard, and add as much wax as possible. Adam Dyet comes out, just lights it up like that. Come on, Adam. Oh, yeah, dude. Adam Dyet, feeble fakie, bringing it. Damn, back to backs. Adam Dyet and Ryan Decenzo's mission today was strictly to come out and shred the mission in the style of a couple of missionaries.
Good job. Here.
The riders were getting thirsty, so they had to head over for a little visit to Whiskey Creek.
Oh! Nose pick stillfish up on the Whiskey Creek. Pulling the safety out, dude.
Big ollie.
There it was. Crazy runway, sketchy landing.
One of the best features to Golfland was all the natural ledges. All we have to do is make a cap with some angle iron, and these things are ready to shred.
And this is what hole number 11 looks like. That's like a perfect jump ramp with like really sketchy brick walls on the side of it.
Or you could chop the top off because there's a bank on the back side of it. The bank on the back is just as good as the front. It makes like a good triangle.
Yeah, but then where are you gonna go when you go over the top? Because I see like a riverbed over there.
You would need to actually make a landing ramp that goes out, yeah, like flat.
Just like most putt-putt courses, the further you get into it, the harder the hole. This spot is complicated to shred. Let's see if these guys can figure out some tricks for this 11th hole. These guys are having no problem getting into the swing of this one.
Back 180 melon, perfect.
What about some gaps or handrails for the young bucks?
There is an area right by the mission. The 9th hole, now that this whole area is getting filled in, it opens up a perfect entrance to a nice gap down there.
How big is that thing?
The gap right here is about 8 feet. Now, we have another option right here, right?
Yeah, down this way, handrail.
Handrail, yeah. But we're gonna go ahead and put a rail going down this gap right here. So it looks like we got our work cut out for us.
Since there was absolutely nothing but a gap, making a shreddable rail appear out of thin air can be a little difficult. So,
what we're doing is we're gonna tack up the posts to the rail that's gonna go down this gap.
we've been tearing down these light poles to get them out of the way, but this time we're gonna use one as our handrail for the spot.
Timber! Whoa! Now it's time for our final touches on the rail. We're gonna stick it on these posts right here.
And weld it on. Sometimes when you have a little gap to fill, you can just stick a nail in there and melt it to the weld.
Looks like the nails are gonna hold. Hope I can say the same for the riders.
He actually knows what he's doing over here.
Now that the rail is solid, the last step is finishing out the landing and takeoff. There's a little bit of a crack right before the platform, so we use some level quick to make the ride-on nice and flush.
Still got some lumps.
There we go.
And all that's going down there, that's fine. It's just
fine?
gonna smooth out, yeah.
All right.
But that should give you a good runway.
Whoops, the level quick dried, but unfortunately for Ryan, the paint didn't. Looks like the BMXers aren't scared to get their tires messy. Now that the paint is dry, this spot is working perfectly. The guys are having no trouble with this light pole handrail. Recycle to shred.
You can't get much better than that, dude.
Let's move on over to the gap and see if these guys can handle it.
Good, dude. Just gross good.
We were about to call it a day, but got word that the guys at the mission had made some last-minute changes. Let's go see what's happening.
You guys mixed it up here a little bit.
A little bit.
The rail got a little bit taller.
It did. And the BMX guys were like, we need to grind it too.
Leave it to the BMXers, man. Actually, like now that you set it up, it's a perfect thing for a BMX bike. The rail is solid. I didn't think it would be. I thought it was gonna be a little bit sketchy, but it feels good. Ah! A man on a mission, what? Right?
That worked, baby.
Dude, that was all good. You only went down with 1 foot, that doesn't count. You bring BMXers out and it's just everything's out the window, dude. All the rules are gone, dude. You start looking at this mission and you start realizing how dangerous it really is. So you have to kind of thread the needle coming through.
Wow, Pat is trying something really gnarly, intentionally missing his pegs to do a frame slide. Crazy.
I don't think that a bike was designed to like do board slides like a skateboard. These guys really do come out and risk it all. And when something goes wrong, it can be really devastating. Just ask Jimmy. Earlier, Jimmy tried to 360 our step-up gap at Whiskey Creek and took himself out on a rock to the head.
Hey, Jimmy. Yeah. How you doing?
But wait a second. Jimmy's back. That was gnarly. That gap's about 18 feet. That's Jimmy Levan. We're calling this mission accomplished. Built to shred.